Okay. I might pretend I'm talking to him. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I think I might pretend that I'm just chatting with Sir over here. Um, so that maybe I don't have to look at the camera as much. Okay? Hi, bub. Hi. Hello. Hello, Sir Washington Irving. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the witness. The witness to my beginning, to my start, I think. Thank you for being the witness. Thank you for hanging out with me, okay? This is the fit. This is the current fit. What do you think? This is like $5.99 from Goodwill. My shoes I've had for like 3 years. $4.99 from Goodwill. This top is my little sister's. I swear I got it from Ross or something. That's the hair. The earrings are from Kenya. I got a little Jesus ring. This my covenant. I've got my other ring. This my man. Is it a promise ring? Is it not a promise ring? You may never know. That's my business, not nobody else's business. My business and his business, okay? This is the skirt. Did you see the skirt? They're cutesy. It's giving those, the dresses that the girls are wearing at the beach and in Hawaii. Except I got this like 4 days ago. I'm very happy about it, okay? And I'm excited. This is a bit TMI. But eventually when I get pregnant, this is also gonna be a good skirt for that. Don't you see? Longevity in my closet is what I look for. Pieces that I absolutely adore and love, and I enjoy this style of clothing, okay? Because I think I've been really perfecting the art of wearing stuff that still shows off my figure. So like nothing is hidden, but also like it's still like it's giving, okay? At the moment, one of my biggest insecurities is how big my arms are, okay? What else am I also insecure about? Just overall, my general weight. Usually it doesn't matter so much because if I just I feel good and I'm confident, so it doesn't matter. But like sometimes I'm really overconscious of my arms, but it's summer. So I kind of I have to give that up sometimes, okay? I don't want to talk to, okay. This is gonna be for Naomi Child. It's a hot day, by the way. Oof, girl. I didn't think this through, or maybe this just needed to happen this way, okay? Here's my keys. I'm gonna let Mr. Sir Washington over here hold them for me. And then I might read you a couple excerpts or something. Whew, okay. Overall, I'm just super nervous, very afraid. And I was thinking this morning actually, and I was talking to God and I was telling him, oh, okay. So I'm really in a spot where I have nothing to lose, literally nothing to lose. And maybe there's a beauty in not having anything to lose. Maybe there's a beauty in being at the end of yourself, okay? Because maybe you start to take inventory of what's around, what's there. And for me, when I make inventory, thank you Washington for listening, thank you Irving. When I make inventory of what I have, when I don't have the job and I don't have the money and I don't have the title or the accolade, or even just like when I don't have the student, I don't have the degree. When I look at my life and I ask myself, what do you have? That was a bit of a hard question for me to answer, because it felt like you should have those things, or at least be working toward those things, then you will mean something as a human being, which in my head I knew was wrong, because inherently you are worthy as a human being just for existing. You didn't even ask to exist. Do you know that? Do you know that fact? Is that you didn't tell your parents, okay, it's time now, have me. No. If anything, they decided for you. If anything, they've made a lot of decisions for you in this life, which is not bad. That's how things work. But for the world to now expect you to prove your existence is absolutely malarkey. It's absolutely disingenuous to the highest extent. It's exploitative, it's oppressive, it's demoralizing, And I think a lot of people end up living this life and dying without ever fully realizing their potential, or even understanding who they are, what they like, what they would have preferred to pursue if surviving was not a factor. Do you realize that? And that makes me so mad. It makes me so angry. Because I also feel very futile. There's very little I can do about that predicament. Okay. We're 5 minutes in. Perfect. Okay. This is also all from the dome. I have absolutely no idea what my next sentence is going to be. And I think I'm going to keep it that way because maybe it will show the authenticity. The authenticity will ring through. That is my currency. That's one of the things that I have without all the other societally acceptable markers for proving that you're a human being. If I don't have those things, I have authenticity. I am who I am to the core. I am messy. I am messy. I am not a picture perfect idea of a human being, and I do not desire to be anymore. Keyword anymore, because there was a time I desired to be that picture perfect mold. It's easier. I don't ruffle any feathers. No one is unhappy with me. Everything is a semblance of harmony, but a semblance because it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. If I am overexerting myself to keep up appearances, not interested in it anymore. Take it away. Put me in jail and lock me up and throw away the key. Let me spend my days languishing in the books that I read. Let me escape then. If you're forcing me to live this arbitrary existence that you created because you decided we need civility, we need government, and so now you include bureaucracy in this government of yours, except you don't follow the rules because you hold all the money, so you hold all the power. Excuse me, get your fingers off of me. I'm so mad. And I don't often get mad, but that specific issue of tying human beings to your sources of revenue and using them as the fuel, get out of here. Like, get out of here with that. I don't want to hear. I don't want to participate. Okay. This is supposed to be an intro video, and I guess we are leading with authenticity, so you probably should be privy to my anger a bit also. Girl, it's hot. It's a hot day. The other thing I wanted to say, what was the other thing I wanted to say? I was born in Kenya, Africa, and I've lived half of my existence there, my formative years, Bailey, until I was 11, and then I've lived the rest of my life here. Two different areas at play here, two different information systems, cultural installations, things that the different types of cultures prioritize different things, and also some similar things because they try to operate as a democracy as well. And here we also pretend that we're doing democracy, but in fact we just have very powerful people who have been there for generations and lineages who continue to lie to us and exploit us in the pretense of government and civility. Get the fuck out of here. If your government is so confident in giving me a ticket for driving I don't know, like 15 over speed limit, and you're so consistent with that, you're so consistent that you're gonna make sure you're gonna send me a follow-up later so that you make sure that I show up for my summons, but you're incapable of arresting a pedophile, of holding them accountable. Don't talk to me about bureaucracy. Don't talk to me about due process when you're what's deporting people without any formative law being included. Don't talk to me when you're writing and rewriting. Like, just don't talk to me about bureaucracy when you're not following it, when your money exempts you from it. Okay. What else did I want to say? I think I'm done. I'm done saying. So I will read okay, I will read this to you because this is, I think, my ideology about life lately, especially. This was written on July 25th, 2025 at 12:43 a.m. It's titled, "This Life is Too Visceral." That's something I often feel. Visceral is just like very, very real and not always in the funnest way. Sometimes, girl, it's a hot day. Okay. What to do, what to think, who to be. And quickly you've hit a bit of an existentialism, and we're wondering if any of this is worth anything at all. And so I hope in this lifetime I could grow to have a healthy sense of who I am, know my strengths and maximize on them, continue to meet my weaknesses and compensate for them, invent scaffolding around the home, the life that's under construction. The foundation is the only thing I'm sure about, while the rest might be like playing a game of Tetris, or I would have to imagine as I've yet to play. I haven't even played Tetris and y'all are speed running World War III. Relax, calm down. I'm done, but I'm still here. I quit, but unfortunately I'll change my mind in the next second, if only to bask under a warm sun, under the breeze as it passes through the trees, to revel in the ways the poets might describe this languishing as sublime, perhaps sanguine, and absolutely necessary. I don't want to believe that I must first suffer before being allowed to suck the marrow out of life. And sure, my definition of suffering might be too liberal, because anything I do that is against my will, my values, or character is a thievery, is a slavery, is a pain, is a suffering. I do not dream of suffering. I dream of waking up every morning to a life I don't feel I have to escape from. I dream of a life I am excited to wake up to every morning. Something happened along the way of the innocuous yet dangerous thought, and I started to believe more in the potential of the dream becoming reality. I divorced my obligations to remain small as a means to an end. This life is too visceral, and I am in it. Heart-centered, mind-centered, teeth gritted, firmly planted, okay? You are not moving me from this post until I'm living the life that God wants me to live, okay? But that's my business, okay? Hi, my name is Naomi. This is Washington Irving. Stay. If you want to know more, if you want to hear more, I've got pages and pages and pages. I've got thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. I've got music, I've got books, I've got much. And I guess we're back to that story of, what do you have when you don't have external sources of validation? What do you have inside you? What do you carry? What are the treasures that are within you? For me, I have words, I have thoughts, and for right now, I must believe that those are important and might be able to sustain me for the rest of my existence, or not. So let's play the game. Let's move my chess piece and see what comes out of it. Okay? I love you so much. But God loves you more, whether you believe or you don't believe. That's none of my business. That's your business. But I love you so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.